Ethan was 13 when the darkness settled in. To most people he was just a quiet boy. Good in school, polite, the kind who teachers liked and classmates barely noticed. He smiled when he was spoken to, helped his mother with groceries, and always said thank you. But behind the soft eyes and shy demeanor, Ethan was slipping. It began subtly. He stopped drawing, something he had once loved. His sketchbook stayed closed on his shelf, gathering dust. His laughter faded, replaced by a quiet that even his parents found difficult to name. When they asked him what was wrong, he would shrug. "I'm just tired," he'd say. And they believed him. After all, middle school was hard. Everyone gets tired. But Ethan's tired was deeper. It was the kind of tired that sleep couldn't fix. He began to pull away from his friends, sitting alone at lunch, staring at the floor during class. He wore long sleeves even in spring. He stopped replying to texts. One teacher noticed and sent a note home suggesting they talk to a counselor. His mother hesitated. "He's just going through a phase," she said. "Puberty and school pressure and all that." Ethan tried to ask for help. Once, late one night, he knocked on his parents' door and stood there, shaking. "I don't feel right," he whispered. His father, half asleep, replied, "We'll talk in the morning, buddy." But morning came and went, and the words never found their way back. By the time Ethan turned 14, the weight had grown unbearable. He kept a journal tucked under his mattress, where he poured out the thoughts he couldn't speak aloud. He wrote about the ache in his chest, about how invisible he felt, about how loud the silence had become. One entry read, "If I disappeared, would anyone notice?" They would. But by then he didn't believe it. On a gray afternoon in October, Ethan didn't go to school. He told his mother he wasn't feeling well. She gave him tea and kissed his forehead before heading to work, promising to check in at lunch. By the time she returned, it was too late. The house was still. His room neat and untouched. The journal lay open on the bed, a final page written in uneven handwriting. "I tried. I really did. But the pain is louder than love. I'm sorry." The days that followed blurred into a fog of grief. His parents were left shattered, asking questions that would never have answers. His friends sat in stunned silence at the memorial, remembering the boy who was always okay, and realizing now he never truly was. It wasn't until after his funeral that his mother finally read through his journal, each page a cry for help they hadn't heard. Guilt, love, and sorrow wrapped around her like a second skin. She started speaking out at schools, sharing Ethan's story, urging parents and teachers to listen more closely, to ask twice, to notice the silence. "Depression doesn't always look like sadness," she'd say. "Sometimes it just looks like quiet." Ethan's story became more than tragedy. It became a call to see the invisible battles others are fighting. His memory lived on in the lives he helped save, even in death. And in every clouded sky, in every still moment, those who loved him could still feel the echo of a boy who just wanted someone to really see him.